Pleased now to be joined by Rahul Raju, the Kerala Krusher, fresh off a submission victory at One Championship Battleground 2. You beat the Mongolian Bagui. He is a tough opponent, and out of nowhere, you just pulled off the rear naked choke. I could see how much it meant to you, and coming off 2 losses, you know, talk us through how you saw it and how much does it mean to you to get back in the win column with a submission as well.
Hello, Andy. Yeah, actually, yes. Like you said, this win was a lot for me. I mean, I really was looking forward to have a win in one circle. So, because my last 2 fights, it was kind of like, like the way it ends. I never wanted a fight ending that way, even though, I'm okay to lose a fight, but not the way it ended my last 2 fights, like a bad knockouts. No. So, I made a lot of changes in my game, and I worked a lot on defense. And that's why I took a long break, like 7, 8 months of brain to clear my mind, everything. So, and 100% I was confident this time. Um, and, it was a very tough fight because this Nergue, my opponent, he was really like a very efficient and explosive guy. So it was kind of a bad matchup for me because he's like a very high level wrestler. So, and obviously an explosive striker. So he can stop my takedowns, and he can strike well. So that's the worst matchup for me. So, but my game plan was to like put the 100% pressure on him, and eventually make him tired and finish him. So my plan was to finish him by 3rd round. I know he would get tired and I could finish him, but thankfully the fight ended up early, so I was happy. And it was a very good back and forth fight, so I was happy too, because I wanted my fans and everyone to have an excited fight, and I'm happy that I proved that I'm back, and I belongs here, and I'm going to like perform even better on my next fights.
Do you think the losses, because you look really calm in there, do you think the losses affected your confidence at all, or not really?
Actually, it didn't affected my confidence because I took a long break, like obviously, so I cleared my mind, everything. So obviously it was like a bad, it gave me a bad vibe for couple of months. So, and like I competed in jiu-jitsu just to stay active in between, and I dislocated my elbow in a match. So it was, so honestly, after that fight, I'm like, okay, so I have to make some changes. I mean, after the jiu-jitsu comp, I have to make some changes. I have to clear my mind and everything. And I was in a bad spot that time. Like I was drinking a lot, like that kind of stuff. So after that, I started focusing one by one by one. That is, um, I started eating clean, healthy, then was training really hard, focusing on the basics, and started working with Arvind a little bit more, and everything went well. Yeah, after that, I was calm, and I was my confidence, like, it came back.
How has it been in terms of the pandemic? Because I feel like in Singapore, like a lot of places in the world, it's been a lot of disappointment. The gyms are open, the gyms closed, the gyms close again.
Yeah,
You can train,
yeah.
in small groups. It must be like a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Every time you make progress, it gets stopped. How tough is that?
It was pretty tough. It was really tough. So unfortunately, yeah, the Singapore, the lockdowns, there was like 3 lockdowns, in between. So, but for me, I was lucky because some of my teammates were staying near to me, so near to my house. So Singapore allowed like the partner drilling. That is, you can train with one more guy. So I was lucky that most of the days I stayed active. I trained hard. I stayed active, and some days we had a group outdoor training and all. Obviously, so like my conditioning, everything was okay. So I stayed active, and I was focused. I was like just uh, just focused on what I can control. I didn't bother much about what I cannot control, and I put it in a good mindset. I was clear. At first, it was obviously tough, but eventually I was okay with that.
It was interesting the fight because you really didn't seem that you really wanted to strike with him. You seemed like you knew what you wanted to do. You wanted to take him down,
Yeah,
and you just
yeah,
kept trying and trying, and then in the end, you got your way.
yeah,
Was that
yeah,
always the plan? Have you watched it back? Like, what do you think about it now? Because when I watched the first round, and I don't think you're going to win the fight, and then bam, out of
uh,
nowhere, you produced like,
mm,
and it's an incredible turnaround from you checking the kick. That was the turning
yeah,
point of the fight, I think. So have you watched it back, and what do you think when you see yourself? You defended the striking well, right? But you didn't throw a
yeah,
lot of offense in your striking.
yes, yes, yes. So honestly, yes, I knew he was a very high level explosive striker, so because I get knocked out my last two fights, I don't want to like take a risk, but obviously I worked uh, really hard with Arvind about my striking, and like I changed a little bit of style. Like went back to the a little bit of karate style and that kind of stuff. So, and I was very confident in my defense also. So then the game plan was he's like I watched all his fights. He's very dangerous in the first round. Very dangerous in the first round. So then eventually he will get tired because he using a lot of strength, a lot of explosiveness in all his strikes. You know. So my game plan was to make him tired and finish him. So that is what I said before the one of the interview also. Like I said, like I won't strike with him on the first round. Obviously, I'm not scared, but I have like uh, the abilities. I worked a little bit of like a different style of striking, but I don't want to strike with him on the first round. But eventually, by the second round, third round, like I will push him and he will and I will push him and I will strike with him and I will finish him. That was the game plan. So obviously, like I just stick with the game plan. Like I stick with the game plan. Obviously, I know I have a higher edge of jiu-jitsu game with him, but his wrestling takedowns, defense, and everything was really good, and he was very strong. Like I felt it. So he was using a lot of strength, by defending that. So, and I was fresh, like even after the fight, like I could go 10 more rounds, like I was fresh. And so that was the game plan. And I just stick with it and make him work and make him tired and, get the finish. Yeah.
That was it. It's a really great moment for you. Also, I think Ritu had a really good win. I think that we have a new heavyweight champion in Aryan Bular. Does it feel like
Yeah.
2021? It's a nice year for Indian MMA.
Absolutely. Like Ritu is a very promising athlete. Like I believe she will be the champion very soon because she have the mindset. Like I trained with her a couple of times and I came to know how tough she is. So she have that champion mindset and she trained really hard, very smart. So and she had an amazing performance. So and so she's in the the Grand Prix now. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see her fight, and I believe she will be the champion very soon, like, so, and Arjun Bullar, he's a Canadian Indian and he represents India. So I'm very happy that he won the heavyweight title, and it's a good year for India. So absolutely. So I'm happy that because Indian MMA, the scene is still, it's not, it's a growing sport. It's not like very popular. So this kind of fighters will bring a lot of eyes, and I hope the MMA will get more popular, and we'll get more eyes, and we all will get more support, like, so that's a good thing, and I'm happy to see that,
Good to see. And you're feeling okay in terms of your no injuries. What's next for you? Is there anybody you want next? When are we going to see you again?
Actually, like, I would love to fight probably October or November again, so but what's next to me, like, I don't have any names in my mind, obviously, like, I'm okay with anybody, like, and obviously, like, I will be more happier if I get an opportunity for a rematch for my last fight, like, because not just because of anything, because like it will bring a lot of eyes, because uh, if it happen, I'll be more happier, and I promise that a better performance, and it will be a good fight for the fight fans. So, but other than that, nothing else, like, I'll be ready to take any fight, and I'm just focusing on myself, and um, yeah, for now, just recovering, and probably will start training this week. Yeah.
Congratulations. Enjoy the win, man. Great to see you back in the win column, and always good to talk to you.
Thank you.